A CPI calculated using the short-term price relatives is referred to as a modified Lowe index if the weights are price updated from the weight reference period to the price reference period. If the weights are not price updated, the index is referred to as a modified Young index. The recommended procedure is to use the short-term price index formulation instead of basing the aggregation on long-term elementary price indexes compiled in a single stage. There are two ways that the modified index can be compiled. Note that the two methods give identical results, and it is up to countries to decide which method to apply. The first method involves chaining the monthly elementary indexes into long-term price indexes and compiling the higher level indexes by aggregating the elementary indexes using the reference period expenditure shares as weights. In the second method, the modified index can be compiled each month by multiplying the reference period expenditure weights with the elementary indexes to form the long-term weighted relatives up to the previous period. These are then multiplied with the elementary price indexes from the previous period to the current period. The resulting series are aggregated into higher level price indexes. We will now illustrate how the modified versions of the Lowe and Young are calculated. In this table, we look at an elementary aggregate for basmati rice. We have the expenditure values and share from the weight reference period, 2018, the index and price reference periods, December 2019, and indexes for January, February, and March 2020. We will demonstrate how these indexes were calculated. In January 2020, the geometric average price is compared to the geometric average price for December 2019. We divide 2,025.40 by 1,920.37. This provides the short-term price relative for January 2020. The short-term price relative of 1.0547 is then multiplied by the previous period index, December 2019. We multiply 100, the December 2019 index, by 1.0547, and the elementary index for January 2020 is 105.5. To aggregate the elementary index for basmati rice into the higher level index for rice, the index in January 2020 is divided by the index in the previous period, December 2019, and then multiplied by the share in the previous period, again, December 2019. We divide 105.5 by 100.0, which is 1.0547. We then multiply 1.0547 by 0.5490, the share in December 2019. The share for January 2020 is 0.57891. While the share in the previous period is often referred to as the previous period weight, this is not the correct term. The weight remains fixed in the weight reference period. These values are weighted long-term relatives that are calculated by chaining together the short-term changes. If using this method to calculate a modified Lowe or modified Young index, the weighted relatives used to calculate upper-level indexes are chained, but the weight is not updated each period. The shares for each elementary index, such as basmati rice, are then aggregated and multiplied by 100 to calculate the next level up in aggregation. In this case, to calculate the index for rice.